Hello, guys. We are live with yet another episode of the UnTacticos. This is our episode 12. I am Jitto, Jobiho on X. I'm with,
Hello, this is Ganesh at I am Ganesha.
This is Raman Damdam Shiramani on X or whatever that's called now. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's Twitter now. Sorry, it's X now. Yeah.
X,
Uh,
it was Twitter.
yeah. In this stream, we are going to discuss about Arsenal's recent games, our most recent match being the one against Sporting, and also our previous results against Bournemouth and Southampton. Um, and we'll also be discussing about what we should be expecting for our next game against City. So let's get started, guys. What do you think about both our legs against Sporting? How did we perform in the first leg and how did we perform in the second leg? We at home. So are you convinced by that, or what are your thoughts?
I think I would say it was the first leg and the second leg. If you take, I think even the first half of the season for Arsenal and the second half of the season has been a little different over the. So I think there is a greater focus on control during this season as compared to the prior seasons under Arteta, and so Arsenal is a very strange team to for a fan to watch the games right now. There is so typically when you see champions have a little bit of a swagger about them, and then they are in the steamrolling opponents. But this has been a little bit of a different kind of an approach. Of course, there were some injuries and people coming in and going out, and based on that, Arsenal has largely played a very pragmatic kind of football, efficient football, which for a occasional uh, viewer who is not following Arsenal week in week out, it will be coming as a bolt, and they will not expect. They will expect if they're coming and expecting a champion team to score a lot of goals and win matches. It's not going to be like a basketball match with Arsenal. What Arsenal is doing is they're playing controlled games, and I think the second half uh, I think the initial portion of the second half, I think we could see that we regained that control in the second leg against Sporting. In the first leg, we had the control for the full 90, and we got one opportunity and we scored with that opportunity. In the second leg, I think we need to be so typically with the similar kind of teams in the past under Conte or under Mourinho or Tuchel, you always saw that you'll get less number of chances, but you have to be clinical in front of the goal and take those chances. I think we have not done that efficiently over the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, and that's kind of adding the pressure on the fans. But I think I would say lean into this. We need to understand we are this kind of a team which is not going to play beautiful football but win matches. So I think we need to lean into this irrespective of what rival fans are expecting us to do or pundits are expecting us to do, look beautiful on the pitch. I think we should put all of those aside. Our strengths are our defense, our set pieces. I think we should lean into that. We should lean and sing 1-0 to the Arsenal. I think that's the way I see that us going forward and winning games. There are going to be some nervy moments. We'll get through and sail through them because our defense is strong.
But
So
are you
the
okay with go on? Go on, Ron.
no. Ask a question.
My
Okay
question
with
was simple that same thing. Like you defend the whole game, and the 75th minute or 80th minute, you come in and you make 5 changes, and now you're struggling to score a goal. So, are you okay with watching that kind of football and Arsenal becoming Arsenal playing this style of football? Are you fine with that, or would you rather have us take chances? Given we have come this far and we have such a strong team, would you rather see us take chances and lose, or not take chances at all and still lose?
no, I think as I was telling, like Liverpool 4 goals scored against Liverpool in the Champions League. City 5 goals scored against them. Newcastle 6 or 7 goals scored against them. Tottenham 8 goals scored against them out of the Champions League. Chelsea or 8 goals scored against them. So all these teams are out of the Champions League, and these are the number of goals. They're playing beautiful football as per the fans and everybody, but they're out of the Champions League. Real Madrid playing very good football, beautiful football out of the Champions League. So I think it's easy to say you can play sometimes beautiful football leads to wins, sometimes it doesn't. So you will have the days. The same thing is going to happen with a pragmatic kind of approach, because you can see that Atletico has qualified, Arsenal has qualified on one side. On the other side, two exciting teams in Bayern and PSG have qualified for the semifinals. So it is a mix. So both approaches can work, but you need to stick to your. So with Atletico, they are sure about their style of football. This is my style, and they accept that as their style. I think we need to go towards it and say, okay, this is we are good at defense. What's wrong with that? We are going to play pragmatic football. What's wrong with that? We are going to play on the counter. We're going to win on set pieces. Nothing wrong in that. You need to win. And for a team which was playing beautiful football over the last 20 seasons, we haven't won the Premier League. So at right now, what you want? So in our history, this is the first time that we are in Champions League semi-finals and top of the Premier League at the same time. So I need to, as a fan, also recalibrate myself. I know that I think the people are really upset, especially Arsenal fans, because of outside noise and because of this nerves coming in, kicking in, because the target is so close. I think we have to ride through this and we need to enjoy this kind of football as well.
I mean, any you guys can hear me, hopefully.
Yes.
Yep,
I
yep,
mean,
yep, yep.
any any Arsenal fan asking me, do you love watching this kind of football, is proof enough that we've been brainwashed by the media. I'm telling you, see this whole idea of what I don't know what is beautiful football. I really don't know what that is. Is it like the kind of football where you like attack too much, create hundreds of chances, score hundreds of goals, and then concede like thousands of goals? Is that what beautiful football is? Then I don't want it. The only stark difference between Arsenal in the first half and the second half, like Ganesha mentioned, like we've been different teams in these two halves of the season. It's the like just take the Champions League for example. We were barely conceding chances, we were barely conceding shots or whatever. Of course, no goals, and the only difference was we were creating chances. Our XG is what I call the absolute stat. More than anything, XG is a measure of understanding how well your team is playing and how well your team is defending or badly, vice versa, whatever. So XG wise, we have underperformed in the uh, last two games, these two legs against Sporting. That's it. Only these two legs. But then these two legs also came during a period when we had a dip. Tell me one team who has not had a dip. No team. There is a team like that doesn't exist. Every team, everybody's going doom and gloom. Of course, I can understand. We are like we have a dip in form, which is very natural. But then we we are losing our perspective on the game in terms of where we are and where we should be, etc., etc. I, I was very frustrated last night with the way the Emirates crowd behaved. Terrible. But then they started backing the team up around the 75th minute. Till then, it was flat. And you have to understand, like I give credit to the guys on the pitch, because these guys went through this in a home game where the Sporting fans were the loudest. Unbelievable. And it gave me deja vu of last year's Champions League semi-final at home against PSG. We conceded an early goal, and I understand it, but then the atmosphere was flat. Compare that atmosphere to the Real Madrid quarterfinals. Quarterfinals atmosphere unbelievable. Spurs home this season unbelievable. But I can't really recall, like, is it the duty of the team to like get the fans going? I don't think so. The fans are an independent entity, right? Like even the Leverkusen game, we were like, yeah, whatever, whatever. But then once Eze scored that goal, suddenly the atmosphere is up. I mean, we can't be like that. We can't be like that, and that is one big reason why we failed against Bournemouth. I'm not saying that is the reason, but that is one big reason. But again, I just want to stick to the Sporting game. I think we got the job done. and I feel we should be very happy. And the biggest takeaway from for me in that game was I didn't give a toss if we attacked. I felt that up until the 40th minute. Then I was watching it with somebody who was a City fan. He's like, "Hey guys, why are you not scoring goals, man?" And I'm like, then I realized that I told him as well that if you actually look at things, the score is 1-0. The score is not goalless. The score is 1-0, and we just played like how we have played this season with a 1-0 lead. So I'm happy, boys. I just want to take it forward and see how we do in the semi-final, which I'm very hopeful about.
I
I
think
just wanted to answer your
the
question.
about the fans, I think I feel that it's a little bit of a give and take between both the fans and the players. I think they both feed off each other. I think right now there is a nerves. Of course, there are nerves. They are not won in such a long time. There are nerves on both sides, and I think that nervousness is kind of building up at Emirates. So if you see us, we are performing a little bit better outside of Emirates right now.
No, I
But I
completely
think
understand that.
I agree with you. It has to be, it has to change, and Emirates has to be the fortress.
No, but what has that got to do? What has the flat atmosphere yesterday got to do with our Bournemouth defeat?
It is
It's
not
got
so.
no connection.
I think we are everybody with the bottling tag is kind of playing on everybody's head, and they're like, are we going to drop points here? Are we going to drop points? It's a mentality thing now that, oh, we're going to drop. Everybody expecting us to drop. Looking all the rival fans, every pundit, everybody's looking at, oh, will Arsenal drop points? Are Arsenal, and that has kind of seeped into our. So we have to have that siege mentality now, both the players and the fans. I think
No,
right now
how
the
will
fans
we?
are also. I would say fans. A lot of these things is, I would put the blame on the fans in the stadium as well, in terms of the creating the atmosphere. You can create the atmosphere if you go to a Crystal Palace game. They have created on this conference league matches. They still have created the atmosphere of a team which is going to win, and that has driven them to get those special victories. So I think we it's up to the fans. They can. You don't need to celebrate only when your team scores. You can celebrate
I
other
agree.
things as well.
I agree. Bayern Munich conceded like what in the second minute,
Correct.
fourth minute, whatever.
Second minute.
No, whatever. So that didn't kill like that. That goal in itself was like a leveler of sorts, right? Aggregate was 2-2.
Correct.
The fans could have gone like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna be nervous. No, they were like full power, pumping it up. What happened? We got an entertaining game over there.
Yeah.
So I
So
really
that
don't understand. I can understand if there's a PTSD from last season or whatever, but this just carrying it forward from the Bournemouth game into this game meaningless. Like when we are like in the lead, aggregate wise, and we are going for a semi-final. It's not like a bloody Carabao Cup shit. We are actually going for a Champions League semi-final. You know how many years I've seen other teams play in the Champions League, and I always dreamt that why are we not there? I
True.
remember that 2018 or 2019 when Liverpool won, they were like, they won that semi final. Oh, look, they won the quarterfinals. They were like doing that whole wall thing where they were going to the audience and all. Unbelievable, man. And I wanted my team to be there. And now my team is there. My fans are behaving like idiots.
I think it is the outside noise that's now seeping in.
Yeah.
I agree with your
Just
point
continue.
about the fans not being supportive enough. I get where you're coming from, but I think we have to give them the benefit of the doubt that we've been bottling for so long, and people really don't like our style of play. That is just sideways passing, backwards passing. I get it; it's working, fine, but the fans are not liking it. That's the reason why they are behaving the way they are behaving. And also, you mentioned about the Bayern conceding in the second minute, and the fans still backing them. What happens if we concede in the second minute? How different? How different would we feel when we have conceded a goal and in the second minute, and how confident will we feel with our team that okay, here we are going to make a comeback. It's not the same. Arsenal and Bayern, our style of football, it's not the same. We probably that second minute goal would just set us back for the whole first half, and probably we will hope for a corner and score from a corner or something.
You
But the
know,
way, yeah,
But you know what has happened? I think this is something that I observed yesterday. I think um, our corner routine, we have, because teams have started coming like, I think people are specifically focused on our set piece routines. I think we have now taken those foot off our pedal on the set pieces. We're like, okay, we want to score open goals. I'm saying let's go the other way. Let's go full on. We are good at set pieces. Let's be good at set pieces. Let's be good at defense. Titles are won on defense. 1-0 to the Arsenal is a song that has always been there. So we under uh, I think we have done it in the 90s. We have done it under Wenger as well. We have won 1-0 a lot. And it is going to be nervy sometimes, but I think this is also a style of football where you are controlling the games and suffocating opponents. And that's something that we have successfully done. I think the problem is when you're playing halfway there because you're trying to appease somebody and you're playing halfway. You're half-hearted in your attack. You're half-hearted in your defense. And if you see yesterday as well, whenever there was a doubt, whenever Raya made a wrong pass, I think there were a couple of instances in the first half where he wanted to get it started, but he when he did that, when we lost the control, he gave the ball away straight away, and there was a chance against us. In all of those things, I think if we if we want to say that we are an efficient control based footballing style, let's lean into that completely. I'm saying that let's not pay halfway either of the things. And again, about beautiful football, I think we played, as I said, we have played 20 seasons of beautiful football. Real Madrid played really beautiful football, but they're still out of Champions League. Real Madrid is playing very good football in La Liga. They're still trailing on the and they drew again, I think recently with the recent game. So it's going to happen. All teams will have this. I think it's just that our the bad run of form has come at this time. In this last couple of weeks, we've dropped 2 games, 3 games back to back, and that's kind of is there now. I think, and that is also playing on the fans. I think a couple of goals and the mood will change, and that's where I think we are. I would be the first one to accept that on in front of the goal we still don't have that prolific striker. We could have spent 100 million and got Isak, but we went. We wanted to address other areas of the pitch, so we went to one particular. We went for 50 million striker, and we fixed other gaps on our pitch, which is also helping us winning, going towards the title, right? So we got Zubimendi, we got Madueke, we fixed other parts of the pitch. Uh, Maybe if we got Isak, we would have got good goal scorer, but we would have been trailing City right now. So it can happen.
Absolutely,
How are
absolutely
we?
right.
How are we gassing up Isak now? Like Isak is
No,
not
no,
even
I'm not
performing
saying
for
Isak.
the.
I'm saying spending
No,
money
no.
on a striker. Isak
Hmm.
is a striker who on whom 125 million was spent. We could have as well spent
Hmm.
our entire budget on big player, one big striker, and gone for the season, right?
And
I mean,
I just want
yeah,
to circle back on that. Sorry, I just yeah, go on. You actually continue. I'll make this one later. Continue.
yeah. Just simple question. Would you guys be confident in Arsenal if Bayern were to score in the second minute, and would you guys feel confident that okay, Arsenal is going to make a comeback?
This season, yes. Last couple,
Yeah.
barring the last couple of weeks, we have been like that. There are a lot of games that we have scored 90th minute. So yes, this season I am very confident,
Yep.
especially when the opposite team has scored against us. We are coming back, and you just look at our record in the Champions League. How many games have we lost in Champions League?
Yeah. Yeah. Zero.
No other team has done that.
Hmm.
And
Now I
actually,
want to know which team goes to a semi-final keeping 2 clean sheets.
Hmm.
I
Fair
think
enough.
we are undermining our own club's progress this time in the
Correct.
Champions League. I think let if see Premier League we are top of the table, so we are doing well. Obviously, we are doing very well. Champions League we have done very well in the league stage. We have come to the semifinals. We have not lost a single game. How can you classify this as bad football? Right now it feels
Fair
like
enough.
as if I'm in Spurs position and I'm battling for relegation. That's how the fans are coming at rival fans are coming at us, and even our own fans are coming and shouting about things the negativity has seeped in, and I don't know. It feels like is Arsenal is in a relegation battle or what?
No, but I kind of like that mentality of where we are all like sad by losing even 1 point or 2 points or whatever. But I just want this whole idea of doom and gloom in a very different way, a little bit more optimistic way. But I can't really force anything on anyone. So anyway, the one thing that came to my head, when I've been listening to all this crap online about beautiful football and whatever, is that what this whole idea of beautiful football is all this Cruyffian way, right?
Yeah,
It's
it is.
nothing different, right? Like I don't
Yeah.
think beautiful football existed before Cruyff.
Total football.
Only, yeah, yeah, yeah. So what is total football? Total football is about having one philosophy of total football, in my understanding, is that having the team play, the team get involved in every action in every action on the pitch. It's not like a number 10 will only sit in that hole. It's not like a defender will only sit behind.
Correct.
And are we not just forget this beautiful football for a minute, but think about it. Are we not the team who plays total football? The goals are very well distributed. Everybody defends, everybody attacks. Isn't that what we are?
We are.
So, so we can't be sitting and questioning. And I will smack the next Arsenal fan I see who says our games are boring. I'm sitting there nervous. I have knots in my stomach. I'm sitting there the whole 90 minutes, each and every game, and just waiting for the final whistle. And I don't know what is boredom at that point. I don't know what is happiness. I don't know what is what. I just want to see that referee blow the whistle, and I'm like breathing easy. That's what I want. That's not boring by any imagination.
Yeah. And I think
That's
yesterday the most beautiful thing was in one of the set piece routines. We tried to do take a short thing, and then Noni just passed to Eze, and Eze missed it, and there was a quick counter, and then I saw Martinelli run back. He's the quickest. He just showed exactly how quick he was. He ran back. He was the last person defending, and he defended, and he immediately countered from the middle of the pitch.
it was
and
superb.
and I think everybody in the team is so wired to say that okay, we can't concede, and that was also a beautiful part of the football to watch, to
I,
see that
I think
defending as well.
I think everybody in the first half, apart from Mosquera, was switched on. I was watching Mosquera's game intently. The problem with him was, I'll go back to why I'm talking about this Mosquera, and it has links to the Southampton and the Bournemouth games and the Man City game, the previous one. The thing with Mosquera is Hincapie on this side was engaging with his attacker. Mosquera was not engaging. Mosquera was just reacting.
Going back.
He was just reacting. And this you guys must have heard that somebody said that Pep Guardiola tricked us. He
Hmm.
kind of unlocked the system in the final, and Iraola picked up, which is absolutely true. The problem in that final was Ben White.
Hmm.
Ben White allowed a lot of space for Doku to come in, and then that inwardly pushed his team further up the field,
True.
and we were put under pressure. Our system is not a low block system. We don't play defensive football. We're just good at defending.
Yeah.
So that has to be very clear in our heads. But then I don't know how we will perform in a low block, if that makes sense. Because
I
I've
think
not
so
really
far we have
seen
been
my
nervous.
team in a low block.
So far, whenever we are going to low block, and I think that's where City have scored against us. Second goal in the cup final, second goal of Bournemouth is when we were defending, trying to be a low block. It has not
Correct.
worked for us. I think we
Correct.
need to
And
we need to be very sure about that. We have to play one kind of our kind of football, regardless of the score line on the pitch.
absolutely right. And on both those occasions, Bournemouth and City, we were pushed via the fullback.
Yeah,
via a weak fullback. Left this time, I think Bournemouth was on the left side. This one was on the right side. City. We were pushed, and then they were given too much space to operate, and they killed us with that.
Yeah.
This game, Sporting, we nullified that problem. We had that problem in the first half, and whatever chances, as far as I'm concerned, we conceded dangerous chances, so called. It happened during that period. But Mosquera in the second half, full credit to him. He was full alert.
I think this is the thing. If we have Saka injured, Odegaard injured, Timber injured, Calafiori injured, these are like four players who would have started the game, correct? And so I think
Yep.
again there are a lot of things. Of course, Saka has not been at his sublime best.
Best.
Gyökeres still needs to settle in and has to have more impact, which is a limited amount of chances he's getting. Eze needs to be a little bit more creative, but the midfield is running ragged right now. I was surprised that Rice played 94 minutes with
Yeah,
his
but
illness.
Yeah.
he had to.
Despite being sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
he
is
had to. Hincapié had to. Mosquera had
Hincapié
to.
had to. Yeah,
Everyone who played 90 yesterday had to.
and if you see
As
Hincapié,
simple
a
as
couple
that.
of times he was like hobbling off and he was like trying to recover himself. He knew that he has to play the 90. Mentally,
Yeah,
he was determined to do that.
you
He just
see,
got up and got onto his business.
this was a big signal for White and Lewis Kelly.
Yeah,
Big signal, big red flag for them yesterday. But again, see, one very weird two things I have to say. One is you mentioned something about the corners, right? Some time
hmm.
ago. I have this weird theory, but I don't know if it makes sense. You tell me. So our perception, how everybody perceives us as a team that scores corner, it's not just about the corners and the deliveries and the goals. It's also about what kind of threat we create out of it. Like for example, for most parts of the season, not just this season, even last, our corners have worked when both Rice and Saka have been there on the pitch.
Correct.
In my opinion, without saying that Rice is a bad taker of corners, he's not. He's excellent. Saka is better in terms of his deliveries. No, I'll tell you. I'll explain this theory. In terms of his deliveries, Saka's deliveries are always on the money, right? But what happens is that those deliveries may not always result in goals as much as Declan Rice's does.
Correct.
But the whole theory is that when Declan Rice takes a corner, it just that the opposition defense are rattled and they're not very focused. And that's why we've been able to score corners. Now what is happening is the threat is only from one side. That is the
Hmm.
Rice side. And the
Correct.
Saka side is like almost non-existent. Although Noni has been putting in some decent corners, I won't take it away from him. But
Max
this is
Dowman
my
was
theory.
Once Dowman came in, he took the. I think he should take it if he's on the pitch from that side
Yeah, sure. But
because
that's what
he
I saw.
almost
He
scored
took, it.
from that.
Yeah,
I think some weird deflection and it was a goalkeeper's hand that saved the goal, and somehow
yeah.
the ref said goal kick there instead of giving
Goal
another
kick.
corner.
Yeah. No, he gave us a foul. He gave them a foul. But
Yeah, I think
also on the midfield thing, right? Where I get what you're saying that midfield is kind of underperforming, but that's also because of the load and the kind of things that they have to do. Like for example, we've been very inconsistent with our selections because of unavailability of Saka, Odegaard, even Eze during this period. And Rice was overworked. He was yesterday. He was ill, but then that the amount of top players that you're missing in a team, it's actually, if you deep it, it's very unprecedented.
and I think if you
It's
see, I think there's a lot of uh, talk about Zubimendi and his backward passes. This is something that is there. Like he often passes backwards to Saliba or Gabriel instead of thinking forwards. So I think that's also a concern that a lot of fans have raised. Do you have any specific thoughts on Zubimendi? Because yesterday he did win the man of the match for the game,
But
and he was a
why
little
is
bit more.
everybody forgetting that three times I saw Zubimendi on the left wing? Didn't we?
Yeah, he went. He went. I
I,
think second half. Yes.
yeah. So my whole point is that you can't look at him as an attacking midfielder. Number one, progressive passing is a very murky concept that we need to, what do you say, filter better. How, what is a progressive pass? Just forward passing is progressive passing? No, I don't think so. Progressive passing is how you pass and you get your players up the pitch. Zubimendi was doing that, in my opinion. He was passing it backwards as a safety first options at times. That also I agree. I will not disagree to that. But calling him that very ultra safe midfielder, I do not agree.
And
Because
if you see yesterday after he got the man of the match, the scenes like I think every player, Arsenal player, was celebrating that they came forward and they were celebrating Zubimendi getting the man of the match award. I've never seen that before.
Bec-
I,
So the team is
and
because he
mentally
was being
about
booed.
him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because he
and
was
he
being booed in the
deserved that
first
man
place.
of the match. No, no, but he deserved that man of the match. He was unbelievable. One thing I noticed a change in him was he was not scared to get into tackles again, and that was the crux of his game in the first half of the season. He was like, I did not expect him when he came to the club, that I didn't expect him to be that kind of bitey ball winner, but he was winning the ball yesterday, and he
Yesterday,
was
yes.
quite good.
Yesterday, yes, he was.
He was quite good actually.
Actually, I wanted to add more to that. Raman had mentioned somewhere in the middle that about another fan mentioning about us playing boring football, you're going to smack them and whatever. So
Mhm.
look at this. We had the lowest viewership in the quarterfinals. Our game against Sporting, less
That's
Okay.
than
not
like
because
5 million.
that's not because just because Arsenal is playing boring football. It's because two Bayern Munich and Real Madrid with a bigger fan base are playing. Sporting doesn't have the same
Hmm.
amount of fan base. The game that comes next, Atletico and Arsenal game, that would again have huge viewership. Last
Yeah. No,
season's
it's
biggest viewership game was Arsenal Real Madrid.
no, it's mentioned.
Yeah,
For
It's
Real Madrid,
mentioned
that
in
was
this
the
that
biggest game.
yeah. So why is Bayern versus Real Madrid? Yeah, fair enough. Bayern and Real Madrid are like bigger clubs. Yeah, makes sense. But then even the context, like towards the end, I think it's valid. It was described as an underwhelming spectacle by some viewers. So I think both sides have a point. One, why they're expecting Arsenal to do better, and one who are just fine with the way like what's working right now for us. Even if
no.
it's nil-nil, they are fine with it.
Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Would
Yeah.
if imagine you're not an Arsenal fan, you're just a football neutral. You're just like one of these Manchester City or Manchester United idiots who are like sitting at home and doing nothing on in a
Hmm.
midweek. You imagine you're that, or even Chelsea, yeah? And you have two choices. One is to watch this Arsenal Sporting game, or one is to watch the Bayern Madrid game. What would you choose? It's a very simple question.
By
Even
Bayern
even
Madrid
without
game.
the game style and game
Forget
team,
the
just
game
just
style.
based
Yeah,
on
forget.
team, just based on
Imagine we are
team.
scoring. Yeah, imagine we are scoring 5 goals on average every game, right?
Hmm.
You tell me who will you watch? I would choose
I will choose Bayern
Yep.
Munich, Real Madrid.
Bayern Munich any day.
Yep. Any day.
But that's yeah. So, it, and secondly, this whole idea of having these quarterfinals like at the same time is ridiculous. Semifinals, luckily, we'll have it 2 separate days. So
Hmm.
then you'll see this. Then I would want you to bring this whole whoever reported this
Viewership.
nonsense. Yeah, yeah. So you have to. I want you to bring that up when we after the semi-final and see the
A
difference.
lot of people were calling Arsenal as a pragmatic and defensive team, correct? But if you see XG yesterday, we still had a higher XG than Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon had barely anything. What did we have? I don't know.
Our XG was not good. Our XG was also 0.64. Their XG was
We can.
0.2. We didn't let them even create anything. I think people, that's what I'm saying. And this is the same thing same problem that I have with Ballon d'Or awards as well. We just appreciate goal scoring, attacking football. We don't appreciate other parts of football at all. Goalkeepers are not appreciated. The defensive midfielders are not appreciated. There was such a hue and cry on Rodri winning. Rodri was the best player in the on the planet, and people were crying about why. How can this guy win Ballon d'Or? They wanted Vinicius Junior to win because he scores goals. How can he be a good footballer just because he scores goals?
Correct. No, but this is
Rodri
again.
this year, if Spain wins, Rodri is going to play a pivotal role in them winning the World Cup.
I agree.
I don't think Vinicius can win the World Cup for Brazil.
Brazil.
I mean, he can,
Not
and
alone. Alone can do it, but
I agree. Like the importance in the squad will will be
Vinicius
more
doesn't
of
need to play 90,
Rodri's.
90 for 90 minutes each game for Brazil. They have a lot of flair players on that side. He can be replaced easily. Martinelli can play. There's
Yeah.
Endrick. There's so many people who on the wings for them. They can play. They have a lot of play. But Rodri is crucial for Spain.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I agree.
I mean, I just wanted you guys to pick a player right now, the current form. Would you pick Vinicius on the left wing or Yamal on the right wing, or let's say an Olise on the right wing? Which one do you think is more impactful for their respective clubs?
I think I love Olise. I think Olise is the first person I'll pick on any new team right now. He's the most exciting player I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'll actually
So the
take
point
Yamal.
being,
I have my reasons because Olise is a fantastic player, no doubt, but then he's still a team player. He's still a team player. If his team doesn't work well, he can do. He'll work hard, of course. Yamal, on the other hand, is a phenomena. He's like he'll do things like like he can take things on his own. He can do things
Hazard,
on his own.
Hazard
Hazard,
style.
Messi.
Sanchez.
Yeah, you have a few players. Like, even if the team is playing like shit, even if the team is like 10 men down in both games, he was top. He was so good in those two legs.
yeah. So my reason for asking this is that is Vinicius worth the hype right now in Big 2026? Because we mentioned something like Vinicius winning the game for Brazil. Like,
No, no, I'm not saying
how are
Vinicius is
we
not a
being?
good player. Vinicius is a very good player. I love Vinicius. I'm not saying that Vinicius, but what I'm saying is the amount of credit that we give an attacking footballer, we don't give it to a defensive footballer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's disproportionate. A striker is always held at a higher esteem than a defensive footballer, and I think
Hmm.
N'Golo Kante is as good as Jamie Vardy in that team
Yeah.
that won for Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now that we are talking about Rodri, let's move on to the next topic, that is our game against City. What are your thoughts?
Hmm.
What are your thoughts about the game in general? Like, what are we looking forward to before the game, and yeah,
So
Raman, you want
our
to
this,
take first?
injuries and everything.
yeah. So I'll start with the Bournemouth game, of course. Going
Yeah.
into this, I had very negative thoughts after the Bournemouth game, right? Like, but this usually lasts for like one night and then they disappear. But then, uh, I I think we put ourselves in a very difficult position, not an impossible position, but a difficult position. Now, fuck that. Uh, Touchline is
Yeah.
like the worst.
He's a Tottenham
Second
fan.
time. Idiot. Anyway, so we could have ideally gone into the City game with a game plan to get a draw. But even now, don't like. I'll ask you guys a question. Like, do you think like we have to go there and win?
I don't. I think we can draw. I think City has to win. City has to have the initiative, and they have to go for the win. For us, win or a draw would be good. Would be a good result.
I completely agree with you. But look at how the media is talking. It feels like we have to win. It feels like we are 6 points behind.
That's the media narrative feels like we are in relegation battle right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, how can Arsenal fans celebrate this? How can Arsenal fans be celebrating the top of the league table? They need to cry about this.
The biggest joke is the same media who are like Arsenal don't deserve the cup even if they are to win it with the way they are playing. The same ones they are not praying that Arsenal somehow end up not winning the league and City somehow end up winning the league. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. See, I saw some streams, and one City fan was like going full on, like, you guys have to bring your balls, you gotta bring your this, that, everything, a game, you have to attack us. I'm like, why? Then somebody asked him a question: do you rate our attackers? He said all of your attackers are shit. And then why would I bloody wanna come to your ground and attack? Like, but see, again, let's not confuse ourselves with the fact that if we don't attack, that means we are going to sit on a low block. I don't think we're going to sit in a low block. I don't think we are equipped as a team to sit in a low block.
Yeah, I don't think we have that kind of a defensive team,
Yeah, we'll
especially the
play a
midfield.
normal game. Yeah, we'll play a normal game. We'll look to do things where we don't concede chances, and that should be the way to go about it. And I'm even with our current attacking form, which has not been very good, it's not been good at all. I wouldn't discount my team saying that we can't score a goal. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to think that way. I still feel like we can, like you alluded like earlier, like we could just nick a 1-0, and I think that's absolutely possible.
I think that is going to be the score in 1-0, and I think it's going to be either Trossard scoring a count on a counter or Martinelli scoring on a counter. That's going to happen, and we going to be nervy 10 20 minutes in the end where you will think that City is going to score five goals, end up scoring nothing. But this is how I see the script of this game. So it is
Yeah,
going to be nervy
same.
just because it's nervy. I think so. Now that these games are turning into a nervy fixtures, maybe that makes the football exciting and people watch the football.
Yeah,
Football has never been boring.
yeah.
Some people find it
It's
You
just
boring.
mentioned,
some people.
yeah,
Yeah, go on.
you mentioned about Martinelli. Like I wish I could share that Martinelli goal against City. Like the way he just chipped it.
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
Emirates one.
2-2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay,
Hmm.
good that you mentioned. Then again, in that very stream, they asked, oh, then if City can go to Arsenal and sit in a low block, why can't Arteta do that?
No, you have to play attacking
Oh,
football because you're coming to
oh,
Etihad.
correct.
I think the expectations that the I think it's just asking teams to play similar kind of like just because Bayern is winning the Bundesliga in a certain manner, scoring goals, you can't expect a team in Italy, like an Inter Milan or a Napoli, to win the same way. You can't expect just because Barcelona is playing a certain way, you can't expect every champion to be like Barcelona. I
Hmm.
think there has to be different kinds of teams that have won. And again, one more time, again, I'm going to say that this has happened in 2015. Ranieri's
Mhm.
team was not the most exciting footballing team. They won the championship. They won the Premier League. So they were not the best. Of course, they were not the most beautiful team to watch them play. But they had these very crucial players. Everybody was contributing with goals. There was Mare scoring goals. Sometimes there was Vardy there. There was Conte who was doing the beautiful defensive work. They had two big center halves. So you can see the teams. A good defending teams in general will win the Premier League. And I think we are a
Hmm.
good defensive team. We are not a low block team. Whenever we are pushed against the wall and we are trying to be a low block team, we get conceded. We concede goals.
Right. And then again, like okay, we've had this dream scenario of Trossard or Martinelli scoring 1-0 or whatever. I'm just saying that even we have to consider the doom scenario.
Yeah.
Uh, Even say me personally, whichever period we concede a goal, should we concede a goal first? I want to see that response.
Yeah.
I really want to see that response. See, this is now on the sporting game, I saw a good response in terms of what kind of flaws we had in our game before in the last couple of games and how we responded in this. I quite liked it. Now I just want the team to like keep progressing on those ideas, and not just sit with that mentality that oh, we are good at defending, we are good at OOP or whatever. and then we can manage this game. No, I don't want that to happen. I in fact want us to play balanced. I don't want to go ultra attacking. I don't want to be ultra defensive. I just want to be balanced. We attack, they attack, we defend, they defend. It's as simple as that.
How will you line
Yeah.
up against if you want to create the lineup? How would you line up both of you in terms of or attacking three? Who would
Is
be your
Timber
attacking
fit?
three?
Mm, no, no.
Is
Let's
Timber
let's
fit?
let's yeah. Let's start from there. If Timber's not fit, I want Mosquera there,
And
right?
on the side,
Then
Hincapié.
Hincapié, of course, no, without a doubt, Hincapié.
So it's going to be Hincapié. If Timber is there, Timber or Mosquera on the wings on the fullbacks, and
Right back,
then
Fullback.
centre backs will be Saliba and
same,
Gabriel.
same,
Gabriel
no
Saliba.
change
And
at all.
Raya. In the midfield,
Mid,
how will you
same.
structure it along with Rice and Zubimendi? Who else will you add Havertz there? Will you add Eze? How will you go?
Eze,
Eze.
Eze. Now again, I have a different theory. If Odegaard is fit, I'll keep Eze on the left. I'll keep Odegaard in the middle, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll use Martinelli on the right
Instead of Noni.
instead of
Hmm.
Noni. I'll use
Yeah.
Martinelli on the right. It's more direct power.
Yeah.
You have, okay, fine. You want to, because Arteta does this. He wants to balance one side as direct, one side as trickery, and if with Eze on the side, see the whole idea of Eze is adding somebody who can do his job on the wings. He's not a winger, but he'll do his job. But also
So
he
would you put
can.
Eze or
But
would you put
Eze,
assume that Eze if
Ez-
Odegaard is not good, fit? So then you did you do you will you add Eze to the midfield and maybe Trossard on the left and right Martinelli
No,
because
I
we
would
still have
prefer
Gabby Jesus
Trossard on the
left.
left. Yeah.
no.
I don't think
Trossard
Eze
has
on
been
the wings has
terribly
ever
out
worked.
of form. Trossard has been terribly out of form.
Yeah, that there too.
So I can't right now. I can't rely on Trossard. In fact, even Martinelli is not in great attacking form, if you ask me. But then he's
He's
much
a
more
little bit more
reliable.
passionate.
Yeah, he's much more
But also
passionate, much more reliable.
Eze on the wing does not work, right? Just like how Havertz in the midfield doesn't really work for us, but they just play him anyway.
Both
But so
both
would you?
both
Yeah.
statements are untrue. Both
Yeah,
statements are
Havertz is
untrue
in the
because
midfield was better than
it
Eze yesterday
absolutely
actually.
works. Havertz in the
Okay.
midfield absolutely works.
94% accuracy in the midfield for Havertz in the accurate passes. It's higher than Eze. Eze had 83.
Actually, in this game, I'll start Havertz up front. I'll start him up
Upfront
front
is
on this
fine.
one.
And if you want to change, we can still have Gabby Jesus on the left, right?
Hmm. It was good in
We can.
the
That is a good
yeah.
idea. That's it. That's
Especially against
and
City.
no, I was thinking of it. He can do his job on the left.
Because so we have struggled during this season, we have specifically struggled against high pressing teams. Bournemouth high pressing, Southampton did the same thing, Wolves did the same thing, like were high pressing us. Whenever the teams are pressing high, we are struggling a little bit. City is going to do the same thing. They'll try to initially press hard and keep the ball high up the pitch near our defensive areas. So our midfield has to be really strong. So yeah, I agree. If Odegaard is fit, I'll play Odegaard because he adds that control. Eze doesn't
Hmm.
give me control. Eze gives me a little bit of chaos, which is good for creativity. Odegaard has the ability to control the and like absorb the initial pressure that's going to come.
No, but
And
Eze
he falls
has been
back.
showing.
No, no,
Sorry,
but
Eze
I
has
need
been
Eze to
showing good
I need Eze to be that
form on the
creative
ball.
force. I want Eze to be that creative
Yeah,
force.
yeah,
I
I
don't
agree.
want Eze to be defending. It's okay.
I agree.
He's a luxury player that we have who can create things out of nothing. So we need to give him that space.
No, but all these changes with Saka fit.
Saka is I think is he not out for this game?
No, he was supposed to
You heard
be
Mikel
back.
Arteta's yeah, Mikel
What did he
Arteta's
say?
interview. He was like, "Do we have any changes?" And he was like, his response was like something like, "Not sure," or he just didn't want to give the interviewers a proper answer that it's Saka or Timber. But then he hinted like everyone is fit, but then he's just resting them, something like that
No, no, no,
before a
no.
game
So
against Woking.
basically, basically he said something about Saka that he could make it to the Bournemouth game, but then so I assume that when he said for the sporting press conference, he said one of Timber or
Hmm.
Saka. Today I read somewhere that he has some problem, some Achilles problem.
Correct. I think they're saying he's doubtful for the season. Saka.
Sorry,
He's doubtful for the season.
season.
Hmm. I think they're saying
Saka.
there's some rumors that he's out completely.
No, 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 no. I'll just pull that up. Wait.
Because my worry is he first thing him being out of form and then him having an injury, which is we need Noni is not ready for playing the full 90. I don't think he can. He's not as he off the bench. He's good and he's decent, but leading the line, I don't think he can do that.
Yeah. Speaking of being out for a season, do you guys think? I mean, we can just predict or like say something, but do you guys think Marina can make a comeback before the end of the season?
Yeah,
Arteta said
Marino
he will,
can.
he might feature in one of the games, but that's highly unlikely. He said, but for Spain, I think he will
Yeah.
play. I think his goal is to play for Spain. I don't think he'll push himself unnecessarily. Do you think
Yeah.
Havertz is
Yeah.
100% fit? I don't think Havertz is 100% fit right now.
No, no. Havertz is
Hmm.
completely fit.
No, no. I think that when he's running, you can see that he's playing with an injury right now. I think he's not fully recovered
I don't think so. Havertz is a problem because I
because
think he's
Havertz.
fully
No,
fit.
it's not about Havertz. Havertz is playing well, but he's in terms of his when we lose the ball and Havertz is in the midfield, he's a little bit more combative. Right now, he's not. He's playing a little bit more safer.
Okay. So this is what it says from Ryan Taylor Sport. It's quite
Hmm.
reliable.
Yeah.
It says while it's understood that Bukayo Saka is doing everything within his power to return to the pitch as soon as possible, his issue, thought to be Achilles tendinopathy, is delicate. Saka is yet to be discounted from featuring in the Man City game at the weekend. So they're not basically saying that it's like a longer term injury from this current standpoint, but it's more to do with how he if he can make up for the Man City game. I'm okay
Hmm.
if he can't play, it's okay. I don't have a problem. I'm okay with the current structure, and if we are to play around with the current structure, then I think my back four I mentioned, Saliba, Gabriel, and Hincapié and Mascara, the same midfield. My front line will be different. My front line would be Martinelli. I take your idea. Jesus on the left and Eze in between and Havertz up front. This is my idea of things.
No Gyökeres?
Off the
No
bench.
Gyökeres off the bench.
Huh.
It's see
Okay.
I
what
think
Havertz
you need to
what
play with them. You need to play. Pep is expecting Gyökeres to start. Pep
Hmm.
will not expect Gabriel Jesus to start on the left.
Pep wouldn't give a
Hmm.
shit who starts. The thing,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
he
true.
won't expect what Gabriel Jesus should start. That's true. But uh,
Gabriel Jesus
my
is
thing,
against a high pressing team. Gabriel Jesus adds gives a because of his type of combative kind of flair play.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
he is more likely to create something like when they are pressing high, he can create a counter.
I agree.
Hmm.
No, but even with this Havertz thing, right? Why I feel Havertz is key is because he lets us keep the ball and distribute it in the final
Correct.
third. But something see Gyökeres is pure running. He's pure power. He'll just like go
For
around. Yeah, but
Gyökeres to work, we have to have wingers who make those crosses consistently, and then Gyökeres will score. He's that kind of a player who's going to be in the
I
box.
agree.
You're
In
not
a,
you,
it,
you
to
can't expect him to do the same thing as Havertz.
No, to an extent, I agree. But then, in terms of when it comes to who fits in which style of play, if that is the question, then
Yeah,
Gyökeres fits in certain games, Havertz fits in certain games.
correct.
Like for me, Gyökeres, Havertz would have fit better in that Bournemouth game. The kind of defenders they have and everything. Anyway, that's my opinion.
We are really missing Mikel Merino. I never thought I would say this, but
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
gone.
No, no, no. I completely agree with that. crazy. He was
That guy
sensational
can
for us
play
this season.
everywhere.
I agree.
Yeah. There was some tweet
Because
about
I think a lot of
we
people are
have
talking
not.
about. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
There was some tweet about I'm not more sure about a winning goal than like with basically Merino on the pitch. They are sure of getting a winning goal in the UCL final.
No, that's too much. That's too much. I mean, see, that is
Yeah.
that is
Havertz,
all too
Havertz
much
is
revisionism.
Havertz is also good at scoring big goals in big games. So let's hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these all these players are in a way to come in clutch, but then we as a attack we are collectively failing as an attack right
Yeah.
now, just in this moment. I just hope like we polish it even like by 10%. I think we'll be better. We'll be good to go.
Yeah. So speaking of that, talking about the transfers, what do you guys think happens in the summer? Which of our players are moving, whom to keep, and whom we could possibly target
I think
realistically?
it's time for us to cash in on some players. I think their market value, especially if we win a couple of trophies or one trophy there, so it bats value, and we can offload a couple of regular players. I think Martinelli being one of them, because he can fetch in some money, and then we invest that money on uh, getting another player. I think
Okay.
I would sell Martinelli, Trossard both.
No, no, no. I
Okay. Sell
wouldn't sell
Martinelli
Martinelli.
now.
Because I don't think
See,
he's a player who will bring more money. I think 80 million, 90 million is
no,
more.
no, 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 no. See that's I don't know what is good money. And given his wages and everything, there are only a handful of teams who can pick him up. So it's much better that we keep him right now at this age, rather than sell him. But again, see, dip in form and everything is there. Yeah, I mean,
No, no, I don't think
which
it's
left?
different form. I think for a player, as if I'm thinking from Martinelli's perspective as well, I think the amount of luxury that we give a Bukayo Saka to do his things, we Martinelli doesn't have the same luxury.
No, no.
Martinelli,
I'll ask you one question, very stats question.
hmm.
How many goals for a winger is good enough in a Champions League?
I don't want so that this is exactly my issue. I think we've bought in a striker now who wants crosses in the box, and we have a winger who wants to score goals on his own, cutting
No, no,
in.
no.
So
My my
we are
question
actually
is
not matching. Our vision is not matching right now.
my question is not related to Martinelli at all. My thing is 10 goals good enough for a winger
Yeah, yeah. I think it's good
in
enough.
in the Champions League one season?
Yeah, yeah, it's good enough.
You know who scored that many goals this season?
This Martinelli.
No, 10 goals in the Champions League.
Not he. I think
God,
overall 10 goals he
God,
scored.
Anthony Gordon scored 10 goals for Newcastle.
One game he scored four, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm saying the same Anthony Gordon has two open play goals for Newcastle in the Premier League since January
Mm.
2025. That we are talking 1 year, 3 months. He has two open play goals in the Premier League. Now that shows me a pattern in the league this season, last season. Left wingers are struggling. Name me another left winger who has flourished. We can
In
we can
Premier League.
always bring we can always bring Salah as a right wing example. He was a phenomenal last season. That's so forget about him for a minute. But in general, the league is struggling with left wingers. Now we can think of 4 or 5 different left wingers, right? Who are like prolific for their clubs right now, etc., etc. But then,
Yeah.
do you guarantee me that they are going to come and score me 10 goals?
No, no, I don't. I'm not. I'll not go there. That's what trying to say. I'm trying to see how my team fits in because I have to have a team strategy, right? So I have now got a striker who expects balls to come flying into the uh, zone, and so that he can score goals from there.
Right,
But I have wingers who are not who are different. Wingers who need the striker just to create the space and them to cut in and score. So either I have done wrong with the striker position or I have done wrong with the winger position. So I want to make sure that I have a winger who's ready, willing to make those crosses for us to score. And that doesn't need. So that's why I don't want my wing. If I'm relying on my striker much longer, much more than my wingers to score goals. If I'm assuming that Gyökeres will give me that 15-20 goals, then I have to change strategy a little bit in terms because I already have another winger on the right side. Saka is going to do that same thing. I don't need Martinelli to do the same thing. I need Martinelli to give me something different on this side. Maybe like a Luis Diaz is a little bit of difference than what we already have in the club. I think that
But I
whenever
think,
Strowman plays, if you see the reason why he's exciting is because he's making those passes.
yeah, and he also brings that element that uh, players are kind of in two minds to tackle him hard.
Correct.
I mean, we that's his advantage, and he should use it, and
Yeah.
he's been using it. But yeah, apart from that, I think we should go for
Are
a
there any good wingers for the left wingers for internationally? I think there are a couple of good left wingers. I don't know whether they fit into this system of what I am thinking of. Because again, Kvaratskhelia is good, but can he make those crosses? I don't know. He's also kind of a guy who cuts in and tries to
no.
score.
He's not. He's impossible to get.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think he'll
Not
get
much
him.
on it. None of the PSG attackers are possible. That's
Yeah.
that's what I think.
What
But
do you guys
again,
think of Rashford? Like,
see, that's again same thing. He's playing well over there, but then he struggled here. I don't see a big change in his game as
And his
such.
wages is going to be a big
No, no,
thing.
wages.
forget about. See, I'll tell you one thing. Let's forget about the money bit for a while. When we are thinking squad building, let's not focus on the money in terms of how much we're going to spend, how much we're going to get, because we all know for a fact that we are well equipped in terms of money. Even if we don't sell, we can still buy. We have that kind of capacity.
Correct.
Although I've heard some rumors that we have to sell to buy or whatever, but that's also good. It's not like we are short on. We are not like Liverpool where we are like short on numbers in many departments, and even then we have to sell to buy. Then it's a problem. We are not short on numbers. In fact, we have a slightly bloated squad,
Yeah.
all quality, not extras,
That's why we
right?
can't carry all of them because they will inevitably demand for more game time.
I agree. So that's why you need to refresh certain areas like the fullbacks. I think we should go for a new left back. We should go for a new right back.
We should sell. You saying we should sell Calafiori or Hincapié?
Actually, we should just sell Ben White and get Livramento, because
Hmm.
if we do that, we could always add that extra left back kind of option through
Hmm.
Livramento if and when it's needed.
And
So
sell
that's
MLS
that. Maybe if there's a good offer.
because he also fetched a lot of good money. One of
Yeah,
them.
that's all.
I think Meneri or MLS, but I think between them, I'll pick Meneri to be in the squad
Yeah, I agree. I want to keep 180. I don't want to sell 180
because
because
Meneri again offers me two things. He can play the midfield and he can play the wings. So he offers me that freedom.
you're right. You're right.
What about MLS
No,
then? He can play the left back and also the defensive midfielder, right?
no,
No,
he's
not
not.
defensive,
We've never
attacking.
seen him play midfield. So
Yeah, for Arsenal,
Sorry,
he's not
if
yeah,
fit.
okay.
if that was the case, see, I'll tell you what. If that was the case, if he's so good at midfield, then he would have assumed the Merino minutes,
Yeah, yeah,
which hasn't happened,
Hmm.
correct.
right? And
I don't
that
think
tells me
Arteta
a
trusts him
story.
there.
No, it's not about trust. It's about what he brings there. I mean, we most of the Arsenal fans that I've seen, they are perceiving this that oh, he can play like an inverted left back and he does well in midfield. Being a left back,
Yeah,
that's a different equation.
correct.
Being
Zinchenko
a
style.
midfielder, yeah, being a midfielder and you do good things, then it's a different case. My theory is that Arteta is not somebody who will forcibly keep you like hold you back. He will
Yeah,
rather give you a chance. In fact, MLS and One Area are prime examples of what I'm talking about, and even Max.
yeah.
But he has not done that with Miles Lewis Kelly in the midfield. So I don't see that happening. And I feel if there is a good offer, I think we'll take it. 40
I think
million, I
he'll
think
fetch
we'll take
good
it.
money. He'll fetch good money for sure.
Yeah.
And it's pure
40
profit as
million
well.
is good enough for it.
Yeah, and it's pure profit. Like
Yeah.
zero investment. Yeah.
Yeah, straight from academy. Since we are talking about transfers, two transfers to Bayern. One is from Tottenham and Luis Diaz from Liverpool. How like let's keep it short. How do you think that this has impacted both the clubs? Because one is facing
Which one?
relegation and one club is yeah
Harry
yeah
Kane.
go
Is
ahead.
it? Who?
Harry Kane though is like 2 years old, so we
Yeah.
should. And see, that was going to happen. It's just that Bayern were at the right place, right time, paid good money, and they took him.
I would have bought him. If I was at Arsenal, I would have. He would have been my target. Harry Kane. That
Hmm.
I would have paid the money.
Man.
He's worth the money. And I think he wants to still break Shearer's record. I would say go and buy him.
I wouldn't mind.
Harry Kane in the Premier League in this Arsenal side will win some games on his own.
Absolutely, I agree. He's the best striker right now.
He's the best
I
striker
agree.
in the world right now.
But I don't think Bayern are going to let him leave, or
And I don't think he will want to come to Arsenal as well.
Yeah, it will
that
be
that's
Sol
a that's
Campbell
a
all
different.
over it.
But
But
Luis
again,
Diaz, I
on
think Luis
yeah,
Diaz was a shock transfer. I think even Liverpool. I think he wanted to move. I think he pushed for
Wages, right?
the move and he moved.
For the wages, right?
I think it
Mainly.
just yeah. I think one of the things was wages, yes. But I think he just wanted to move out of Liverpool.
see,
Hmm.
he's a top player, right? He's a top player. But then uh, I feel Liverpool did a blunder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did a blunder, big blunder. I
because
mean,
I think
they,
who's that guy Gakpo? I think I don't instead of
Yeah.
Gakpo that it was an unnecessary investment. Gakpo.
Hmm.
Gakpo's wages, right?
Yeah,
280.
I
If you
think
add
Liverpool.
bonuses, he takes 300.
280 a week,
And this is
Gakpo.
yeah, yeah.
Gakpo is on the higher side. That was always I think, and Gakpo's transfer kind of triggered Luis Diaz's exit.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, see, Luis Diaz in his own right was uh, right in his way that to ask for wages at least close to that Gakpo
Yeah,
wages.
I think
But
he's a top. Would you not put him in top five wingers on that side? I think I will put Luis
Yes.
Diaz as a
maybe
top
top
winger.
five effective wingers. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
See, he has that X factor
Hmm.
that
exactly.
uh, like how like that X factor has been missing from Saka's game this season.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'll tell you. I'm
I
not
think
saying he doesn't have it.
when we had last that X factor, I think Aubameyang and Sanchez had that X factor. A player who could turn the game on their own. Saka's always been a team player.
Eze has it.
Eze
Eze
has it,
has
yeah.
it.
Eze has it. I was expecting a
Eze
little
has
bit
it.
more from him this season, but this is again the first season that he's coming in. But
No,
I
but
think I
I,
wanted
I
him to that chaos player.
yeah, no, I genuinely hope that Saka returns sooner, and I want him. Like I'm not too like I said I'm not too fussed about him missing the City game, but I
City
want him
game.
for the Atletico games. I
I
want him
think
there.
Saka has been again. Saka and Odegaard have had the same problem this season. Like the injuries coming and going, and they coming into the squad, going out, coming in, going out, has not helped them. But they need this consistent run.
Not to the extent of Odegaard.
Correct.
He's
Odegaard
been
has ruined his this season for him completely.
yeah.
Hmm. So,
Our
moving on to the
creativity.
next one. Yeah. Moving on to the next one again. Quick answer to this. Are we content with the like going from expecting the quadruple to now just aiming for the UCL and PL?
I
Have we
think
moved on
nobody
from
expected quadruple. Nobody expected
I
us
agree.
to suddenly win a quadruple after not
There
winning the
is
Premier League for 20 years.
no. There is a difference. I want to clear. Being like being part of a quadruple chase and expecting it to win it are two different things.
Yeah.
We
Hmm.
weren't we in a quadruple chase. We were, but we didn't win the cups. I mean, that doesn't mean that I dreamt of the quadruple. Now I don't have it. I didn't dream of the quadruple. I think it's an impossible thing to do, and there is a reason why
I
no
didn't even dream
people
about the
back.
double right now. I'm not even thinking about Champions League.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
One thing.
We are in the Champions
And
League
what?
race. Yes. we are in Champions League race. But do I think between the two, if you say that I have to pick one, I would pick Premier League.
Okay. And what about the loss against Bournemouth? Like, are we content with it? What?
What content with it? Fuck
How
that.
can we we can't be content
Fuck
with
that.
it.
Okay.
I was depressed after that, yeah, for 2 days. What are you talking about? I've not consumed football content at all. I've been listening to like all sorts of crime podcasts after that. What the hell, man? Like I
So
don't want to go to. I
for
didn't.
me, the
In fact,
escapism has been listening to Star Wars lore. I'm listening to this myth of Star Wars instead of
in fact,
consuming football
I
content.
I explored one great stand-up guy who I've never thought is good enough. That's Samay Raina.
Hmm.
Right?
Ah, yeah.
No, he came up with his recent stand-up.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
so good, unbelievable. But again,
Yeah.
so
Got it. Hmm. Mikel Arteta, all fired up. Let's see how fired up he is in the City game. Okay,
I think
guys,
he
the
will be.
final.
I think he will be.
Yeah, yeah. So the final topic, obviously, the Arsenal Atletico game. We are rooting for Arsenal, so nothing to predict over there. For the Bayern and PSG game, what are your predictions? And like scoreline
I think
predictions, anything?
it's going to be an exciting game. Both the games are going to be exciting, and we don't know who's going to come out of either of the fixtures. I think between PSG and Bayern, I think it's going to be a very good game. I don't know whether it's going to be as high scoring as other Bayern games, uh, because PSG is playing has a good midfield. I think PSG will come through. Surprise,
Hmm.
surprising
Are
everybody.
we? Who would you? Let's say Arsenal somehow win against Atletico, which we have done in the past.
It's not
Would
somehow
you rather
we will
have
win,
Okay, yeah, we will win. And
and I
would
have
you rather
reasons for it.
face, all right, would you rather face a Bayern or would you rather face a PSG in the finals?
It doesn't
PSG.
matter.
For me,
Doesn't
PSG,
matter.
because
Does it matter?
I think I don't want a wounded tiger from the past coming in, like because we beat them in the league.
Yeah,
Always,
Oh,
yeah.
it's a bigger risk.
no. PSG will get a will have a psychological boost. That's what I'm thinking. But no, because see again,
We have psychological feelings of with Bayern for long, 5-5
no,
to.
but that is in the past. These are like two different managers with two different ideas. So I don't think so. That's going to be. It's going to be more of a high level tactical battle because Bayern are not going to get this kind of openings that they've been getting with other teams.
Yeah.
Have that keep. That's what I was coming back to the Atletico game. I'm very confident because Atletico. The only thing that Atletico have over us is experience at this stage of the Champions League, and
Correct.
that too not vastly, just
Little bit more
tad
than
bit
us.
more. That's all.
Yeah.
But Atletico, no. What I saw from the Barcelona, I saw the games, the both the games. That even with the suicidal highline that Barcelona had, even with 10 men, they couldn't do shit.
They
They
struggled.
said we will sit back.
Hmm.
No. Even when they were trying to attack, they couldn't exploit their highline. And
Hmm.
I'll tell you, Barcelona gives any team the most spaces
Yeah.
in the at the back. And if Atletico couldn't exploit it, I highly doubt they'll do shit to us. I
Hmm.
highly doubt it. If we are structured enough, we won't be even bothered. Raya will be sitting there and like counting his pennies. That's what I'll tell you. He's just gonna be sitting
It's
there
going to
and
be a
probably eating an ice
tactical
cream or
game.
whatever. Sorry?
It's going to be a tactical thing in terms of how Arteta structures and
That
how Arteta goes for the win.
that yes, and I'm not saying that we are going to score a lot of goals. I'm just saying that they can sit back. They have that know-how. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a very cagey game. Like
Correct.
it's gonna be like something that viewerships will go down. People because
But I
people will
think
find it very boring.
sometimes PG games also,
Yeah.
for me, it's also intriguing and seeing uh, two good teams battling it out. And I think good teams, four good teams have come to the semifinals.
Hmm. And also, it's
Imagine Bodo
like,
Glimt being there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was talking about Sporting and Viking. Sorry, not it was not Sporting and Viking. It was Bodo Glimt. Like before our stream, we were discussing. It was Bodo
Mhm.
Glimt and Viking. Viking beat Bodo like final or something. So people were like, how good is if Bodo is this good? How good is Viking really? But yeah, topic for another day. And but something I find interesting is that how we have the leader from every league in the Champions League. Just that Atletico is fourth placed. All the other clubs are like the top of the leagues, and they are the ones right now in the semis. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, but
But
it's
again,
all
one more thing,
coincidental.
I keep telling, and I keep telling this to my friends as well. Like PSG coming in for them, the main trophy is Champions League.
Same for
hmm,
Bayern.
For Bayern, the main trophy is Champions League. I would say even La
hmm,
Liga, the main trophy is Champions League.
hmm,
So because there are three teams, there's a three-legged race there as well. So it's
hmm.
not big.
Yeah,
You can't compare that to Premier League. Winning
fair
the
enough.
Premier
Yeah,
League is much more important and prestigious than winning the Champions League. Whatever
hmm.
people may feel about it.
So,
There's a
so I, I,
hmm.
I saw somebody saying something about comparing Harry Kane and Declan Rice. Then I just happened to go through
Why?
the stats and I realized that Declan Rice has played 6.5 hours more this season than Harry Kane. You
Just
know
the
how
number
much
of
is
Hmm.
six
football
and a
games.
half hours? It's crazy.
I would not see.
Yeah.
I think Zubimendi also would have done the same thing. And this is the first season for him in this league.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Zubimendi. I'm
Yeah.
just
A
curious.
lot, a lot is happening on Sunday. Our game after, like our game against City, obviously, but it mainly Tottenham's loss against Sunderland have put them in that situation. If we win against City, I think it's more or less sealed that we are going to win the league, and Tottenham's fate is done. Like they are getting relegated, and just picture that. Like we are winning the league, they are getting relegated. We are in the semis. Just imagine the media chatter. It's going to be crazy, right?
But
Yeah,
they play Forest,
German
right?
has. I think.
They have a relegation fight battle. I think one game against
No,
Forest.
no. That see the thing with relegation battle. No, it's very weird, man. Like last weekend, everybody gained, but Tottenham didn't. Right
Hmm,
now, imagine next weekend everybody like loses points and
hmm,
Tottenham win. They're out.
Hmm.
They're out of the relegation group. So,
Hmm.
and if they just maintain that kind of slight consistency, they'll escape.
They have
It's not.
Brighton,
but
Wolves,
yeah,
No,
Villa.
no, I'm not looking at the fixtures. I'm just saying that I hope that they lose to
Yeah.
Brighton. That's another story.
yeah,
No, I think De Zerbi again. It's a good manager for getting them. He at least he'll get them fighting.
Yeah,
hmm.
let's see if he has that
But
kind
even
of
West
time.
Ham are in terrific form now. So, anyways, we'll see how that goes. Let's not predict it right away. We'll know in like a couple of weeks how it's what's happening. So, I think we conclude the stream here. Like we have covered all the topics. This was a great stream, by the way. And
No, no, wait,
thank you,
We are
guys.
not concluding. No,
Yeah,
no, wait. We are not concluding it
yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah.
I
Okay,
have one part.
okay.
There's some story that we have to share still.
You know how much more Zubimendi has played? 8 hours more than
Okay.
Kane.
What?
8 hours of football more than Kane. 8 hours.
This
We
is
were competing
this
in
is like that.
four tournaments
Yeah.
till the later
Sorry.
part of the
This is like
stages
that.
of the season.
Yeah. This is like that
Does this
Pedri
include
meme
even
all over. You
international
remember?
minutes?
Hmm.
No, no, sorry. I didn't catch you.
Ganesha, go ahead.
Does this include international minutes as well?
No, 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 just clubs.
This is so I was saying this is like that Pedri meme all over again. Like you remember, he was playing for Spain, Barcelona, and something. And you guys
Yeah, yeah.
remember that meme?
Hmm.
He played close to 70 games, no, one season. That's
And
Yeah,
then next
yeah,
season he just crashed.
yeah, but
yeah.
that is bound to happen. That's why if this
Saka.
level of
That's the problem with Saka. Saka, we have the amount of football he has played in the last couple of
no,
seasons.
I'm scared for Zubimendi and Rice next season.
Yeah, we need to have somebody
We need to
as
have
a
like a one
Yeah.
proper midfielder. One
Yeah.
proper midfield signing we need.
Norgard
But
is not
anyway,
going to do.
Norgard
You
is
need a
out.
same caliber
no.
midfielder.
Not Norgard. Proper quality.
Zubimendi quality.
Yeah, and with fitness.
Yeah.
Elliot Anderson. But anyway, that's why.
Man City is
For
getting him.
like another day.
Another day.
Still
Let's
Adam
see.
Morton.
We
There
have
are 2
time.
more
We have
weeks for
time
that.
for transfers.
Yeah.
We have time
Depends.
for
Like
transfers.
we win, we get closer to winning either title, then the our targets like become more.
Yeah.
Become more
Tonali.
ambitious.
Let's get
Yeah.
Tonali. Let's
So
get
yeah,
Bruno Guimaraes.
No,
yeah,
if you're getting Tonali, might as well get Anderson.
Yeah. If Anderson chooses to go to City, I'm just saying.
yeah.
Yeah. Then,
And oh boy, what a game Xhaka had against Sunderland. I mean, I'm always a fan, but sorry, against Sunderland, sorry, against Tottenham.
who I
Hmm.
ideally want?
Jaka.
Xhaka.
Szoboszlai.
Ah.
So was yeah,
He adds a
that ball
difference.
specialist.
But let's not play him at fullback.
Why not?
Yeah.
He'll make those crosses for Gyökeres to score.
In inverted
Hmm.
inverted fullback, third midfielder. But anyway,
And
it's not
age
bad.
is on the side as well. He's quite young. He's 25.
And then right now, I don't
And
give a fuck about the age. If there is a midfielder 30 also playing top class, I'll take him. No problem. Fuck
Bruno
the age.
Guimaraes is
And
the pick.
I love him. Actually, I love him.
He
hmm.
can come and be the captain straight away.
Let him be.
Yeah.
Hmm. So I mean this one has gone quite long. I think let's conclude now.
Yeah, let's conclude.
Great stream, guys. Thank you for joining in.
Oh, you
and
want to know
all
the
those
story?
who did-
Yeah, we
Yeah,
we
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
ahead of the Wolves game, I
Hmm.
placed a bet that bloody hell we will win. Okay. Somebody asked me, will you win? I said, yeah, definitely we're gonna win. Then overconfident, I just added this extra bet that even if we draw, I'm gonna go clean shave. And we drew. I didn't realize it at that time. Next day, my friend told me, bro, what about the bet? Somehow I extended it for another month, and I told him within this month, I'll do it. Now I've done it. Now I don't want to grow my beard again, so I'm just gonna keep it like this.
This is good. This is good, huh? Like, but genuinely, this is good. The mustache
No,
and the
it's just okay, bro. Like I haven't seen my face like full in like 7 years or whatever. Right? Like even with Ganesha's level of beard, I haven't had that level of beard. I've always had like big.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it.
Good story.
yeah, quite a
No more
sacrifice.
That's okay. It's needed change. Change was inevitable.
Hmm.
No.
Change is inevitable even for us. Let's hope this year we get on winning jobs again.
I think we need to beat City and move on. That's the way of champions. Beat City.
That is the ideal scenario. I get
Yeah,
it.
ideal scenario. Yeah.
But I feel we don't need to beat City.
Yeah. City needs to beat
Like,
us, and that's why they're going to push for it. Yeah.
The fuck up with that theory is that we go to City and we try to beat them and we get fucked. Our whole season is fucked.
Yeah.
Hmm.
True.
Yeah.
I can't risk that.
Pep will still
Anyway.
be like Arteta is a great coach, like blah blah blah, whatever.
Now,
But
Pep can
This
fuck
time he's
off.
not saying all
Pep
these
can
things.
fuck off.
This time he's saying, I don't know. I will not advise anything. I will not give any advice to him.
hmm.
Might be
Anyway,
Pep's last
yeah.
season.
Possibly.
We'll see. We'll
yeah.
talk about. We'll have a managerial session.
Yes.
Managerial special one day. We will not talk about any players.
No,
we'll
the
just talk
curse
managers.
of Premier League Manager of the Month continues, and we lost.
Yeah.
Somehow our fans
Yeah.
not pushing up.
Oh.
We won.
It's
I
a
forgot
good
about-
thing. It's a good thing we lost against Bournemouth. Blessing in disguise. Now we will not get the
Yeah.
manager of the month. So
He got the Manager of the Month last month.
Yeah.
And we
yeah,
lost.
That's why we
so
lost.
this-
I completely forgot about it. Yeah, sure.
So we will
No,
not
but
get it
we'll have
next
like
month, right?
No, next
No,
month he'll not
one-
get.
like
Yeah, that's what I
couple of
think.
sessions, couple of streams later, we'll have one stream where we'll just talk about managers.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, that one. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
be very
All
interesting,
right.
actually. Very interesting.
We'll talk. We'll
Hmm.
dissect.
Let's talk about all the managers in the league.
Yeah, like whatever we feel is relevant, like
Yeah.
to top
Big teams.
six,
Yeah.
relegation, whatever.
Yeah. Before the
In
news
general,
comes out, though, since we discussed managers, do you think the Real Madrid manager is getting sacked? Arbiola.
obviously, obviously.
But not now. I don't think they'll sack him anybody
No,
now.
not now. At the end of the season, he's not
End
going to
of the
get like a
season.
full
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
role.
All right. Super.
The same might be for Carrick as well. But let's see.
Klopp might come.
Hmm.
Rubbish. Klopp is not going to come. He's just retired now.
Klopp might come to
They're gonna
Liverpool.
they're apparently targeting Pochettino,
Hmm.
Hmm.
Madrid.
Good.
Won't be
I
surprised
mean,
if they reach out to Mikel Arteta as well.
No, I don't think so. He's not. He won't.
Yeah, especially if he wins.
No, he won't. He won't. They can't afford him.
Yeah.
yeah.
Impossible.
Hey.
No, it's
Yeah.
true. They can't
They don't
afford him.
spend money. They don't spend big on managers.
Hmm.
But
Fair
I
enough.
heard that there's a strong rumor linking Luis Enrique to Madrid.
No chance.
That's what a
No
lot of people are
chance.
saying, but Barcelona fans don't want to believe that. But I think it might happen.
There's no
It
way
won't
Mikel
work out.
Arteta ends up.
It won't work
Yeah.
out.
There's.
Like, okay, I'll just throw in this example. Like, Madrid will probably pay the asking price for Luis Enrique, salary wise, but they will not pay it for Mikel Arteta.
They can't pay for Mikel. Yeah.
You're getting it? But Luis Enrique, in terms of his game philosophy,
It's
he
almost like
won't
Javi.
exactly. It's almost like Xabi Alonso. Same, right? Same goes for Cesc Fabregas.
Correct.
These are not
Hmm.
these are proper project managers.
Project managers.
Yeah, they're gonna come, they're gonna settle, they're gonna sort things out, and then
Even
they're
Mikel
gonna.
Arteta.
Sorry.
Even Mikel Arteta is a project manager. He's not a guy who's he if he comes to the club, he needs to be the gunda of the team.
Yeah.
He's the Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay, guys.
Okay, guys.
This might have. Yeah.
Chalo.
Good night to all of us. Raman, you too. It's quite late over there, but yeah.
No, I'll
Thank
be
you for
off.
joining in. Yeah, this was a great stream. I love the stream. There was like quite a discussion, and it was fun. To all those who are new here, who are joining in now, who will join in later, who will view the stream later, we would love to have you on the stream. It doesn't matter which club you support. We'll still love to hear your thoughts. We are all Arsenal fans, obviously. But you could be a Tottenham fan also. We don't care. You can join us, and we'd love to have you. You can ping any of us. I'll add Ganesha's and Raman's Twitter handles in the description, and you can even reach out to us on Twitter anywhere, and we'd love to have you on stream. That's the UnTacticos now. Signing off, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. So this is us signing off. Raman has something to share, I think.
Ganesha, he wanted a 30-minute stream, by the way.
Yeah, I wanted a 30-minute stream. It's 1 hour 30
Insane.
minutes now. This is the longest stream, I think.
No,
And
we have
I
tried
was
the process.
Yeah, I was thinking, which part do I even put a break? Like, where do I say, okay, guys, let's move on? Every topic was like interesting. I was like, okay, even I'm like sleepy only now, but I was like,
No.
Raman
I'm
is
just
at like
kidding.
4 a.m. or at 3:30 or 4 a.m. over there, and like we are still in normal
No,
time.
I
Anyway,
wake up early for yoga, man. So I'll just sleep for like proper 6 hours. I'll be up.
man, that's great. Okay, cool. I mean, everyone functions differently, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Great stream,
Okay.
guys. See you guys in the
See you.
next one. Thank you for tuning in. We are the UnTacticos signing off. Bye.
Bye bye.